Love, Death and Robots. This is a show which I heard now and then at some point, but never really got into what it is about. That's until recently, where I started watching a bunch of videos from it, people talking about it, analysing it, and I was just really interesting. Now, before you turn off this video, I have not watched a single episode of this series. I have watched clips and critiques, like I said, but not properly watched a full episode. And that probably makes you think that, oh, this video is invalid because you haven't watched it yet. Hear me out. I want to talk about this one particular episode that frankly disturbed me, and I think it's a great story from what I've seen so far. So the episode I'll be talking about is called Beyond the Aquila Rift. This is based off a book turned into this episode. And what it basically is about, you follow this crewmate called Tom. Him and two other members of his crew is about to go into Lightspeed. The destination is, I don't know about where they're going to go, but they're going somewhere. When they go through the machine that sends them into Lightspeed, something went wrong. Tom waked up from cryo, and the ship has like all flashing red lights and this and that. And he looked outside the window and he saw two other ships pulling his ship in this space station, and he's been greeted by his old friend from years ago or something called Greta, and she basically tells him that his ship has been off course and it needs repairing, and he slowly works out that things are not all what it seems, and he finally confronts Greta, and she basically tells him that you are way off course, like millions of years from the Milky Way, and he's basically stranded there with his crewmates, but that's just half of the truth. Tom confronts her multiple times in the episodes, telling her where exactly is he, and Greta basically shows him where he really is. As he properly wakes up, he's very skinny, his clothes are all toned up, he's got a long beard, long hair, etc. He looks around, and the supposed space station was actually a giant space nest with a bunch of other ships that have been entangled in this space web. And he looks around, and his two crewmates, those with him, have died quite a long time ago, and him itself has probably been there for like a couple months, or maybe almost a year at this point. And he hears Greta's voice in the distance, and it is revealed that who Greta actually was a big spider space alien with multiple eyes, a mouth in the middle, like a long abdomen with legs. And yeah, this episode kind of disturbed me. I mean, just the thought of it, of like you waking up in this fantasy world where everything seems okay up until you finally crack and you get to see where exactly you are. It's just an extremely interesting scenario and a very interesting story, and it's something that I would really love to see a movie being made out of. I mean, just imagine that, you know, like a 1 hour, 30-minute movie. It will probably be kind of like a slow burn, like lots of talking, this and that, but the ending would probably really pay off of exactly what's going on. It's just amazing. I mean, there's a whole bunch of other different episodes which I would love to talk about in this series, but this one in particular really stands out. And if you have not seen any episodes of Love, Death and Robots, or if you don't have Netflix, I mean, just look up this show on YouTube and just watch a couple of clips or some critiques and people analysing the show. It's really interesting stuff, and it's really odd, scary, weird, etc. All the above. And if you guys watched the full episode of Beyond the Aquila Rift, what is it like in full? Is it really disturbing? Do you like it a lot? Do you think it's probably the best episode from, I think it was from the first season, I believe? Tell me in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys later.